That's because no one's talking right now. I just switched you back to my computer, but I'll let you know. I mean, I guess until we start, we can talk to each other, but I'll switch you over when she goes on the microphone. Okay? Aoife? Okay, cool.
I think they're loading a presentation. Sure. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I think I can get this started. My name is Leslie Puckett. I am with Workforce Solutions Capital Area. We work with employers and job seekers here in Travis County, and I'm excited to do this presentation, let you know a little bit about the services that TWC Workforce Commission provides and also Workforce Solutions. So first off, I will tell you a little bit about exactly what these entities are, just, some of the general information. The Texas Workforce Commission is the parent organization of all the workforce development services here in the Texas Workforce Commission. It works with strengthening the Texas workforce. It provides supportive services such as subsidized childcare to clients who are receiving occupational training and in other programs, and also administers unemployment benefits and tax programs. And Texas Workforce Solutions has been created by Texas Workforce Commission and goes and spans the whole state. There are 28 different locations throughout the state. As you can see here in Central Texas, we are number 14. Hopefully everybody can see that. I hope it's not too pixelated. But we span Travis County, and we have 3 different centers here in Travis County. I personally work at the Airport Boulevard Center. We also have a south location and an east location as well. And as I said before, there are 28 local workforce development boards The Texas Workforce Commission consolidated 28 different programs from 10 different state agencies back in 1996, so it's a lot more of a cohesive organization now. For employers, the Texas Workforce Commission and Workforce Solutions provide recruiting assistance for job seeker or finding job seekers, or finding employees, doing assessments of job seekers' skill sets, and also doing occupational training for clients of Workforce Solutions. And for job seekers, career development information is provided. We have job specialists who can work with job seekers to help them find the right jobs for their skill set. And we have different training programs, and we also help administer the unemployment benefits, which I mentioned before. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the business solutions programs that are offered, just to give you a little bit of information, kind of the tip of the iceberg. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. And we also have a business solutions representative, Eben Riggs, right here, and he will be glad to help you as well. First, I'll talk about skills for small business. Some of you were in the luncheon earlier and listened to Brian Kelsey talking, and there are about 31,000 small businesses here in Austin. That's quite a lot. And there are actually about 500,000 small businesses around the state of Texas. So it really is a huge part of the Texas economy. And so we really want to help make them competitive and help them grow the skill set of their employees. The point of the Skills for Small Business program is to help employees get their workers have the skills training that they need to be competitive. It works with current full-time employees and also even of the business can receive training through this. Now, what this Skills for Small Business grant does is it helps employees receive training by taking different college courses through the college catalog of the local community and technical college. Here, Austin Community College is one of the largest colleges that offers these courses. And there are just many, many different course types that you can take. They are classified as continuing and workforce education courses, so they're flexible with the schedules of the different employees. They're offered nights, weekends, and they're consolidated, so they don't take a very long time to complete. And they can even be in class or online, which is great for people's schedules. There is a cap on the amount that the grant offers per employee. For current full-time employees, it's $725. And for each new full-time employee, it's $1,450. And it's a 12-month period grant too. So as I said before, these courses don't take an extremely long time, so that's good. And another thing is some of these courses are only a few $100 each, so people can take multiple courses like Basic Excel and Advanced Excel, for example, so they can continue to grow their skills. And as I said before, the employer can also participate and can take, human resources courses that are much needed. To apply, it's a really simple application process. The employer applies online to the Texas Workforce Commission, and there's actually a skills team that can help if you need any assistance in that. And you just choose the employees that you're going to have take the training, and then you choose the courses through the college catalog with Austin Community College or any other community or technical college. And then the Texas Workforce Commission will work with you to enroll the employees in the courses, and also the Texas Workforce Commission pays the college directly. So the business doesn't have to pay and then receiving reimbursements for the training, which is nice. And then here's just a sample of the many, many workforce education courses that can be taken. Anything from basic Microsoft and Windows to really specific electrical certification courses, HVAC, solar thermal installation as well. So there's just a very wide variety, and you just look through the course catalog and find what you need. And then here is the skills project development team information. If you have any questions, you can contact them. And then I'll tell you a little bit also about the Skills Development Fund. It has some similarities to Skills for Small Business, but there are some differences that I will point out. this SDF is what I'll call it. It is a collaborative between the employer and also the public, community, or technical college, similar to Skills for Small Business. But the big difference, I think, is that it's a tailored program, a training program that the college and the business work together to form. So it's not something that an employer chooses out, or not typically something the employer chooses out of a course catalog. It's a very specific training program. For example, if you bought a piece of machinery that's complex to use, you can get a group of employees together and train them on that specific piece of machinery. And the cost per trainee, the target cost is about $1,420 per trainee. And for a single business, it can be up to $500,000. And I think I forgot to say something pretty important. You can have one single business as the employer, or you can do a consortium of businesses, which is a group of businesses that all have the same training need. And they don't necessarily have to be in the same industry, which is nice too, but if they have similar employees with similar training needs, then they can all group together for the same training. And in this case, the consortium, the $500,000 cap doesn't really apply. We've had some consortiums that have received grants that are several $1 million. So. And similar to Skills for Small Business, there's a 12-month training period as well. And again, like I said, it's a very customized curriculum to meet the employer's unique needs. And in addition to classroom and online training, you can also do on-site training. So back to my example of the machinery, if you have a piece of machinery at your site that you need people trained on, the college can send a trainer to your site to do the training, which is very helpful. And you can also have some subject matter or some third-party expert help with some of the subject matter training. The person can even be employed by the business. But the point is to help the college expand its training capacity, so most of it has to be done by the college. And then again, you can talk with the Skills Project Development team for more information on that as well. And we have some people from TWC here in the audience who can also help you. You can raise your hand. Back in the back, right there. The next thing I'll talk about is workintexas.com. It is the largest job seeker database in the state of Texas. And it helps both employers and employees find the perfect match for their jobs. To date, 2.4 million jobs have been posted and 1 million job seekers have been hired, so that's really great for the economy. All of the services through Work in Texas are free of charge, and of course it's open 24/7. It's a website, and you can also contact job specialists through the Workforce Solutions Career Centers who can help you with your specific needs. It helps you, and you can advertise unlimited number of jobs. They're all the job postings are free, and as I said before, we have job specialists who can help you if you need help crafting your job description to find the perfect candidates for your jobs. So. And I'd also want to talk a little bit about veterans. It's a very important segment of our population, and we do a lot. We have a lot of services for them, especially when they're coming in from serving our country and coming back into the community. We have the Texas Veterans Leadership Program. It is a program that is for veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan, and we have referral specialists in our career centers who are also veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan who can help them find employment, medical assistance, health, anything that they need to come back and reassimilate into the community. We also have a 48-hour hold on all jobs that are posted in Work in Texas. So once an employer posts a job, veterans have the first shot at that job for 48 hours, and then it's open to the rest of the job seekers in the database. We also have some tax credits for employers, which you guys might be interested in. Employers who hire veterans and other populations that fall into certain categories that have barriers to employment. And then finally, I just want to mention quickly, there's a new veterans initiative to help veterans train in IT-related fields. It's in several of the communities in Texas, including the Austin area, and it just started in August of this year, so it's a new initiative, and we're trying to get about 460 veterans trained in IT fields, so it's great. And again, I just wanted to talk about the benefits of hiring veterans. they have their leadership skills, integrity, and they also have received highly technical training while they're in service. So we just have to find ways to help them bring their skills from service into the community, the civilian community. And a little bit more about the Work Opportunity Tax Credit. It's a federal tax credit through the Department of Labor that is available to employers who hire certain employees that are in different targeted groups, as I said before, and barriers to employment. There are 3 different types of veterans for which you can receive tax credits. For unemployed veterans, you can qualify for tax credit up to $5,600 per unemployed veteran. For disabled veterans, you can get up to $9,600 per veteran, and you have to submit a letter with disabled veterans. And also for veterans who receive SNAP benefits, you can receive up to $2,400 per veteran. And then this is just kind of a list of some of the other targeted groups for which you can receive tax credits: ex-felons, people who received TANF and SSI and SNAP benefits. And then there's another tax credit for some youth. And the great thing about the Work Opportunity Tax Credit is that the employer does not need to personally verify that all these new hires fall within these targeted groups. You fill out a couple of forms, and there's an IRS form, and also this is a Department of Labor form. You have the employer and the new hire sign it, and then you submit it to the Texas Workforce Commission. And then the TWC will get back to you and let you know if any of your employees fall within these targeted groups. You can mail both of these forms to the Work Opportunity Tax Credit Unit, and just make a note that the form must be postmarked within 28 days of the start date of the employee. So they are new hires. And this is a little bit more information about that unit that can help you with the tax credit. So I just covered a whole lot of information in a very short amount of time. And I will let you know a little bit more about my company, Workforce Solutions Capital Area, because we are the Workforce Solutions. We have career centers and people who can help you with all of your needs here in Travis County. We have 3 sites, and at each career center site, we offer interview rooms and a business center with all of the needs that you might have: phones, fax, copier, and interview rooms. In addition to allowing for interviews on site, we also do hiring events where we work with a specific employer and have job seekers come in and try to match the job seekers and the employer. And then we also do job fairs as well. We actually have started implementing some industry-specific job fairs. Like, we did a construction industry job fair and a IT industry job fair. And we're actually going to do a veterans job fair in November, hiring red, white, and you. So if any of you are interested in hiring veterans, you can sign up as an employer for that job fair. We also have assessment services, so you can assess job seekers' qualities, in advance of hiring them. You can check their typing and different computer skills. We also have a couple of different incentivized hiring solutions programs. On-the-job training works with current employees who have basic skills, and they go through training, and while they're in that training period, Workforce Solutions helps to subsidize their wages, and then they go on with those skills and hopefully receive a raise. And then for subsidized employment, these are new employees that are employed, and during a certain time period, there's Workforce Solutions helps to subsidize part of their wages. And then finally, the last program I'll talk about is Work Ready Austin. It is a 2-pronged program where job seekers can verify their soft skills like teamwork, research skills, and also professionalism. And they can also verify their basic reading, math, and other skills like that. So they can bring those certificates to the interview process and show that they have verified those skills in advance. And it helps both the employer and the job seeker know what that job seeker has to offer. And also, it's important to know that if that job seeker passes both of those parts of the test, then they can move on to occupational training in a specific industry or field. And then you can visit our career centers. Again, I work at the north location on Airport Boulevard. We also have an east location on Weberville Road and a south location on Burleson Road. And so we cover the whole of Travis County. Thank you very much for your time, and let me know if you have any questions. I'd be glad to help. Thanks.
You were using this. Does this work? Is this on? It is on. You can hear me? Okay, hi. Good afternoon. My name is Elsa Ramos. I'm an attorney with the Office of Commissioner Hope Andrade. She's the commissioner at the Texas Workforce Commission that represents employers. Is everybody here an employer? Pretty much. Raise hands. Yes, yes, yes. And some TWC staff. So those of you that don't know, and a lot of employers don't know, the Texas Workforce Commission has 3 commissioners. One represents employers, one represents labor, and one represents the public. And so we offer, you know, in our office, I'm one of the legal staff. We have 4 staff attorneys to help you, in addition with the other staff that we have to help you, because our office represents the employers here. And our commissioner is dedicated to doing that. This is our commissioner, Hope Andrade. She was a small business owner in San Antonio for 30 years. Subsequent to that, she was appointed as commissioner on the Department of Transportation. Then she was Secretary of State, and most recently, since March of 2013, she's our commissioner. And because she is a small business owner, was a small business owner, she really knows what the needs of employers are. And since she has now come to the Texas Workforce Commission, she's discovered that TWC offers a lot of services, right, like the ones that you just heard Leslie talk about, that are geared to help employers. And she wasn't aware what those were. And she'll be the first one to tell you, I was there for 30 years. Had I known what TWC had to offer, I would have taken advantage of those training funds. I would have taken advantage of what her office now, the office that represents employers, offers to employers. And I'm here to talk to you about some of those things that we do. As the commissioner represents employers, she represents your interests, employers' interests, at the commission. So we offer advocacy from her office, we offer education to employers, and we also offer guidance to employers. The advocacy that she offers is that she represents employers in high-level appeals to the commission. She also represents employers when the commissioners get together to talk about policy. What things are we going to do to help the workforce in Texas, how we're going to help the employers in Texas. Labor has a seat, employers have a seat, and she is your advocate. And to that, she is committed to making sure that your needs are met. And she's really open, you know, to get input from employers as to what your needs are, what your interests are, what needs are not being met. And I can tell you she takes her job very seriously. She strives every day, and she asks the question, how can we better serve our employers? And she has implemented different things to that need, to meet those needs, including online registration for a program I'm about to talk about in just a little bit. So if you guys have anything that is of interest to you and you feel the Texas workforce is not meeting those needs, please be sure and contact our office, because the commissioner does want to hear what you have to say. Now, I told you we offer advocacy, we offer education, we offer guidance. One of the things that we do offer from our office as far as education for employers are the Texas Business Conferences. These are full-day conferences that we have throughout the state and throughout the year. As a matter of fact, yesterday, just got back, we had our final business conference of the year in Fort Worth. We spoke to about 660 employers there, 660 people, and we helped them learn about employment-related laws and things that are important. Have any of you here attended a business conference? From us? Yes? Here in Austin? This one last year or some before? And did you find them helpful? Yes? Basically, there's no employer school out there, is the way I look at it, right? Do you know how you're supposed to pay your employees? A lot of you are entrepreneurs. You start hiring people. You have a business, you want to succeed, you need employees to succeed, but you don't know, how do I pay them overtime? Do I have to pay them overtime? How much do I have to pay them? Do I have to give them breaks? Do I give them vacation? How many holidays do I have to give them? You guys don't know any of that because you didn't probably go to school for that. These are things that are in the Texas law, and a lot of it is very complicated. What about unemployment? Oh my gosh, what if I get a claim? How do I respond to that? These business conferences are geared to help employers who may not have an attorney on staff, who may not have a lot of experience, or if you do, maybe you never really knew how to do the right thing, and you want to learn what you need to do to be compliant with the laws. At our conferences, we offer the nuts and bolts of employment law. So wage and hour, how do we pay our employees? How do I handle an unemployment claim? What kind of policies do I need to have? What should I include in a policy handbook? What if I have an injured employee? Those kinds of things we offer. And like I said, I think we did 17 business conferences last year. We are geared for 2015 to have 18 of them. So if you have not attended one of them, be on the lookout for those. They're on our website. They're also on certain publications that we have. And keep an eye out. We try to hit all over the state: South Texas, East Texas, West Texas, the Panhandle. Okay? Yes, sir. Well, the next one is going to be, these are the dates that we have so far that are kind of solidified. We are going to be in Central Texas this year, but I don't have the dates yet, unless Brian has any better idea. He's sitting next to you. He's from our office too. No, but we do have 18, and we always do hit the Central Texas area around Austin. I know we're going to be in San Marcos, so I don't remember if we're going to be in Austin proper. We're going to be in San Marcos. Really good conferences. The feedback we get is that they're, amazing. So please make a note, depending on where you are. We have people travel to these conferences. We recently had one in Nacogdoches a couple of weeks ago. Had a woman in Waco who says, I need to go to that. I said, well, we're sold out in Nacogdoches. And she's like, and I said, plus the drive, you live in Waco, Nacogdoches is kind of far. And she's like, that's okay, my parents live in Lufkin. I can spend the weekend there. I said, but we're sold out. She's like, I don't care. She's like, put me behind the door, I'll put a glass up to my ear. And I'm quoting, she really needed this information. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And what we hear from all employers, and I think you feel the same way, is we just want to do the right thing. Employers are just trying to do the right thing and trying to be compliant. So this is how we try to educate our employers. So again, South Padre is going to be a 2-day, a day-and-a-half conference down in the valley, because we always get requests for more advanced information. So nuts and bolts, regular conference, and we are going to have some more advanced information at the day-and-a-half. We also put out a newsletter quarterly with information for employers. This is the latest one, hot off the presses. And this is something that is written by the attorneys in our office, and we also have some contributing articles from other people in workforce and some other outside agencies that also contribute. And the feedback we get on this, and again, it's not going to clog up your mailbox every week. It's quarterly, but the feedback we get is that it's not written in legalese. It is written in a way that I, the employer or non-lawyer, can understand it, and it's got subject matter that is important and that we feel is important to employers, such as, working interviews. What about romance in the workplace? What if I have two people that are dating each other? Good idea, bad idea? What do you think? Bad idea. What happens when an employee quits? They give me 2-week notice. Do I have to accept it? Can I let them go right away? Does that mean I fired them? The kinds of questions that we get all the time, that's what we try to put in this so that it can be of value to you. So this is a resource that we offer, and if you're interested in getting on our subscriber list for that, please let us know. Also know, though, that pretty soon we will be moving to an email version of this. So we're moving ahead with technology on that. Thanks to our commissioner again, who thinks that moving with technology is the best way to better serve our employers so we can reach more people at a lower cost. We also have us. Life size right here. This is the team. These are the 4 attorneys that we have. In the middle there, white-haired gentleman is our senior counsel, Tommy Simmons, employment law attorney, the guru of employment law as far as we're concerned here in Texas. So a lot of you might know him, may have talked to him. We also have Mario Hernandez and Velissa Chapa, our newest attorneys, and you have me. And we provide guidance by way of an employer hotline. Not only can you come to the conferences and see us there, you can call us. Does anybody use the hotline? No. Did anybody know the hotline existed? one person, two people. Call us. We do answer the phone. We take on average 1,200 calls. It may not sound like a lot, but it really is on a day-to-day basis of work days. That's a lot of calls. And they can be calls such as, I'm thinking of firing somebody. Should I do it? How can I do it? How can I do it to, be in compliant with the law? Because, and I quote again, I want to do the right thing is what we hear from most employers. I just want to do the right thing, so we want to help you do the right thing. What about, I have an injured worker. I don't know what to do. He can't do the job. Do I have to hold his job? Can I fire him? Should I not fire him? What about some of my most interesting calls? I have a worker whose kids had lice. True story. The other coworkers are kind of paranoid. What do I do? How do I handle it? We don't know if she has lice, but her kids did, and so they don't know. So, real world problems. So any issue that you have with an employee, we can give you some guidance if you're not sure where to go. If we don't have the answer, most of the time we can refer you to somebody who does, okay? Because the thing is that you're not alone. You might think you are, and you might think you don't have the money to talk to an attorney, but there are 4 of us, and we do want to help you out. We really try our best to make sure that you know that we're there for you. So give us a call. We've got cards. You've got our number up there. Another thing I believe is not on the slides, but that I want to share with you is this. Has anybody seen this? Anybody familiar with this? One person? Yes? Is it the Bible of employment law? That's what people say when they call on the phone. This is our employer handbook. It's also online. There's an online version of this, and this is a hard copy of this, especially for Texas employers. It has basically most of the most important employment law information that you would need on your day-to-day basis. If you're handling HR for your office, if you're handling payroll, if you're handling how to pay employees, this is a resource that's there for you. It is free to you employers. How do you get it? You contact our office at that employer info email, or you can call us and give us your name and address, and we can get this out to you. Yes, ma'am. Not yet. We do not. It's one of the projects that we are working at at doing. We're starting with trying to get some of our sample policies translated into Spanish, but you're not the first. We have a lot of employers who, in the Laredo, El Paso area, have a lot of Spanish-speaking. We have some employers from Mexico that are coming and setting up business here, and they have Spanish-speaking owners and employers and HR people and Spanish-speaking employees, and they would like this in Spanish. So it's one of the things that we are looking at getting done. It's just, it is a big publication to translate. So we're starting with our sample policies. This also has sample policies. Oh my gosh, can I do drug testing? I don't have a policy. What do? I want to be in compliance. We have sample policies in here. A lot of great information. Like I said, it's also online. So if you see it online, don't try to print it out because it is this big, front and back. You can call. I can give you my card if you want before I leave. You can call that number or send us an email here at the employer info to submit a request so you can get your own, especially for Texas employer handbook.
If you are hiring and you're considering using the TXT website, workintexas.com, it's on the resources page.
The online version?
Yeah, it's a great link to it, and I'm glad that you're starting with the Spanish.
On the sample policies, yeah.
If you don't have an employee handbook, go to this and just print out everything that's in there and use that. It's great advice.
Oh, I'm sorry. This gentleman here said that if you go to the Work in Texas site, that under the resources, there is a link to this, the online version of this book. So he says it's a great resource, and he's very happy that we're going to be starting to translate or get copies in Spanish of the sample policies, because that's one of the biggest requests that he gets, or one of the needs, I guess, that they have. So, and I have to say, I'm not the usual person to give this presentation, so I'm sorry if I kind of went through it kind of quickly. Our actual regular person would have been Velissa. She lost her voice. So you got me. Any other questions about what we offer for you? Other than if you walk away with nothing else, we are there. Give us a call. Okay? Thank you. Oh, yes, ma'am. To register for what? To start working with Texas Workforce? Oh, Work in Texas, yes. Yes, ma'am. That would be the site that you would use. Oh, okay, yes, yes. So he can talk to her about that, yes. Yes. That was an interesting one. Because I said, well, does she have lice? Well, no. I mean, we don't think she does. And no, I did not suggest that. And because of privacy concerns, you know, and even if she had come to you and said, I had lice, but I took care of it, you know, it's just the other coworkers. She told the coworkers, my kids have lice, and of course everyone starts itching as soon as you hear that. So my non-legal, because it's not really a legal question, right, that you're calling about, so we try to take them all. My advice to her was during off hours, buy the spray to put on furniture and everything. So after everybody goes home, spray it on everything that kills it, and then just don't really discuss it with anybody else, and just kind of move along unless somebody has an issue. Any better advice out there? No? Sounds good? Okay. So that kind of advice you can get from calling us. That's right. Thank you very much.
Hi, okay, thank you for attending. We appreciate all of you for coming. Yes, where's it?
Here? Well, it's for feedback. Okay. We value your feedback. There are some yellow forms out there. If you would please fill them out and return them right outside to the registration desk. We are going to have a next session in here coming up pretty soon. There's going to be more than 70 organizations awaiting to assist you in any of your small business questions, concerns, or maybe just networking. This is one of the largest gatherings of small business resources in the Austin area, with more than 24 lenders and 50 nonprofit and government programs that can assist you in any part of your journey. So if you want to attend the next session in this room, please do go out and check with registration and make sure they get you checked off. But otherwise, our main resource hall will be